But I'd like to start off by saying this isn't easy for me. It's not easy for me to share my story, why my name's Darcy and I was doing a documentary on spirituality and why the Holy Spirit brought me to Hockey Canada in December of 2017 after I was assaulted back in Revelstoke, where I lived with Frank Romeo, the 1987 Humboldt MVP. And when I got assaulted, I had a visualization of me in a gray Canada jersey. So I went to Hockey Canada and I started picking a fight. I said, you need to run the men's program with the retired NHL players. Shane Doan, Strom, again, should be your captains, and the team should be called the Calgary Cowboys. And then when I was in the arena praying with God every day, trying to figure my life out and trying to figure sense of what's going on, because the last 3 years I've just been going through the spiritual journey. I was there and I had a premonition the women were going to lose in the shootout, and I wanted to coach and help them. And then the spirituality was just so beyond control. And when I was driving on the highway between Calgary and Revelstoke, I had a premonition that an accident was going to happen involving a bus and hockey. And as I'm doing a documentary on spirituality, it just got really heavy for me. And I sold my Jeep for $11,111 a few weeks before the Humboldt incident as a representation for numerology and angels. And what was happening to me is you can't really capture spirituality on an iPhone. But I believe that Humboldt incident was no accident. And I believe those people that lost their lives that day are in heaven and they're angels. That's a very powerful statement, because if you're going around telling everybody, I believe those people are angels and they're in heaven, then I'm doing a documentary where all roads lead to Jesus. And my name's Darcy. My great-grandfather was the mayor of Humboldt. My roommate and my good friend in Revelstoke was a 1987 Humboldt MVP. And when I met the women's hockey team in Calgary, I put him on the phone. And I scared everybody in the hockey world, because I'm sitting there saying my name's Darcy and I wanted to coach and I want to help and I live for others. And I also saw Forrest Fenn's riddle. But I'm giving the knowledge away in the Akokalaks. And it's just so heavy on me, and I'm hurting inside because everybody pushes me away and rejects me because my argument is we're spiritual creatures. And I believe in a creator. And Gord Downey of the Tragically Hip wrote me an album, Introduce Yourself. Because I tried to give my Gordie Howe jersey because that's what the Spirit told me to do in Victoria. And I showed with moccasins to the Hip concert in Kingston. And I got 2 free tickets to the show, so I gave one away to a stranger. And that story led back to Gord Downey. And I lived my life for others. So he wrote me, You Are the Bird. And on Introduce Yourself, song 20 is for me about how I live my life for others. And Humboldt happened to me too, because I had a premonition of the accident. And it's not easy for me to get on here and go there and push myself artistically. But I do it to lead other people to Jesus. And if you want to learn more, phone me, 1-778-252-5080. And I'll tell you about what happened. But I want to talk. I want to learn. This happened to me and it ain't going away. I'm hurting inside because people reject that we're spiritual creatures. And I had a premonition of Humboldt. And I'm doing all these amazing things with my life. And I suffer from depression. But I have so many witnesses in the hockey world. I just love to share my story, so please reach out to me. But I believe that the people that lost their lives that day in Humboldt, or North Humboldt, in the bus crash, accident, incident, are in heaven. And I love to share my story, so please reach out to me. It's not easy doing these videos.